Week 12.
What's up, fellas?
13. Week 13.
13.
Week 13 preview show. Hello, Thomas.
What's up? I've got a special guest here today. We got Jeremy, owner of the Red Zone Warriors, and we're first time ever being on, right?
Yep, first time.
First time.
So I want to pause for a second, and we want to thank Heineken Light. Everybody's New Year's resolution should be to lose 45 pounds, especially you, Dean.
I'd also like to welcome back the camera guy this week. We've been missing him. It's nice to have him back.
So he's been holding out, and we've come to the agreements, and the agreements was $0 for 15 more years.
Nice. It's a solid deal. So we'll start with questions. My first question right now is you were in the driver's seat for the playoffs. Last week was tough. What percentage do you think you have of getting in?
Well, I feel like I want to say 33% chance. I'm going against Funny Guy this week, and his team is crazy, but he has a lot of people that want to buy. So if there's 1 week for him to get hit, it's this week.
So not only that, but he is due for a loss.
He is due for a loss. I want to say, you should be rooting for Bunkin this week because I believe you have head-to-head on Fear the Turtle. So if it got crazy enough, as long as you're in front of him, you could still backdoor in there. So you get in front of the Tots and get in, and I believe you could get in front of Fear and get in, and all three of those teams all currently have the same record. So keep winning, you got a hell of a shot.
It's a crazy week this week.
Thomas, have you ever backdoored in there?
I had a chance one time. I got cold feet, and I didn't.
Okay, fair enough. So my question to you is kind of an addition to that. And it's, what are the 4 teams on the NFC side that you think getting in?
One's going to be Funny Guy. I believe I'm going to get in. The Tots will get in. And Bunkin will get in.
Okay.
So you think Fear is out?
I have to beat Fear to get in. So I feel like
You're going to bump Fear out?
it's either between me and him.
Okay.
Last spot.
Fair enough. And Thomas will break us down at the end of the show on the pet playoff scenario.
Yeah. My last question I'm going to ask today, if you had one pick that you could swap with out of your draft, which one would you change?
Let's see. I would probably switch. Actually, probably my first round pick was just Chase because he didn't really do anything. Hill would be the opposite pick I would pick, obviously. I mean, I love Eckler, Chubb, like all the first rounders are people I would pick normally, but Hill would have been the best one for me just because how dynamic of a wide receiver he's been this year.
And you would have went Hill.
Yeah.
And you were planning on receiver, that's why you took Chase. So,
I planned on receiver, so I wanted Jefferson. Of course, he was going to be there. And then when I thought Chase wasn't going to be there, I was like, well, I'm going to take him.
Yeah.
And then Burrow's been hurt the whole time, so
Not the same team it used to
be. Yeah.
So that really hurt. But other than that, I mean, that shaped my whole draft. So could I go basically on bye weeks? So if I didn't pick Chase, my team wouldn't be as strong as it is today. So I'm not mad at it. I have a lot of the same people on my roster now as I had for my draft. So I probably had a good solid team. So even though I didn't have Chase, I did choose Chase. I'm not mad that I have him. He hasn't been performing as well because my rest of my team is solid because I draft by the bye weeks.
Okay.
I'll just one more thing that I'm going to add before Ryan asks his question. I think you personally have a better than 33% chance. I think it's in everybody's benefit to hope that you do only have a 33% chance because looking at your roster, I think that you have the second best team on this side. And I do think if you get in, you will be a threat. So,
I hope that happens.
Which again, I'm going to add on to that question for my final question. Out of the teams that you said were going to make it, who would you like to play?
Probably Tots again, split up
There you go.
because we're 1-1. So I feel like that would be a good matchup.
And you got a pretty good head-to-head on them. I think you got at least two more wins in that series, I believe.
Yeah. Let's break into the predictions.
Okay. I'm going to start first. The first matchup this week, I got the 4-8 Thug Nasty against the 3-9 Refuse to Lose. Current projections are a little off right now because Thug has a full lineup like an adult at 92 projected points, and Josh has, Refuse has 58 with 3 positions missing. That's not saying a lot for a guy that made it to the Super Bowl last year. Set your lineup. Don't mess around. Thug Nasty currently leads us 7-2 in the all-time series. I'm predicting Thug to win this one by 37.4.
I believe Thug also won this. It'll be a little shorter than that. I feel like he's going by like 15.
Okay.
Just because once he puts his lineup in, I looked at some people in the waiver wire because he'll need some. He'll probably still lose. Refuse to lose will lose again, and to Thug, and Thug will go 5-5.
So it's sad to not see Thug like in the mix this year. I'm not saying he's out. I haven't really looked at.
Oh,
at
he's
the-
out.
Okay.
He's out.
It's sad not to see him in the mix this year.
I'm not sad about it. Everybody deserves to have some downtime.
All right. So my first game is the 5-7 Washington Foreskins versus the 6-6 Prime Times. Believe it or not, Thomas, Washington Foreskins leads this series 7-1.
It's incredible, and he took a bad L last week because if he was to win last week, he would be in a way different position going into this game right now.
Well, I think we spoke about that while he was here, and he knew if he lost, he was pretty much done.
He's not, but he would be in a way better spot.
Well, I think he gets hammered here, and Primetime wins this by 22.
My next matchup here is one that I really enjoy because it's two teams battling for their division. You have the 8-4 Bunkin' Ain't Easy versus the 7-5 Fear the Turtle. Fear the Turtle's been winning this division all year until last week. The all-time series is 7-3 in favor of Bunkin', and the current projections are 98-94 in favor of Bunkin'. If Bunkin' wins this, he's the division winner. If Fear wins it, he's back in as the division lead, and it will come down to next week to decide that division, which is always great for, you want the games to matter at the end. I am predicting Bunk, though, to win this one by 10.
So I'm looking at the teams. They're very evenly matched, but I just feel like Bunk has the better receivers, and they usually pull you through in this league. So I believe Bunk will win by 10 points.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, game 2 in the AFC side is the 8-4 White Lightning Black Hammer versus the 5-7 Cooley. Cooley hanging on to a thread, Thomas. And not to jump ahead, but is he officially out?
He's one that's listed as having a chance.
Okay, good. So he really needs to win this. I don't see it happening. I think White Lightning Black Hammer puts the dagger at him, and he wins by 12.
The next matchup, again, is another great matchup. Playoffs are on the line here. We have the 11-1 Funny Guy versus the 7-5 Red Zone Warriors.
Ooh, good matchup.
102 for Funny and 91 for Red Zone, and the all-time series is 3-1 in favor of Funny Guy. We've been alluding to this throughout the video. Red Zone here really needs a win. This is the week to knock them off. Funny is missing some players, but I think that tight end is going to be hurting Red Zone a little this week, and I do think that it's going to be very close, but I'm picking Funny by only 7.
I'm looking at the teams. Like I said, this is the week. If he's going to get hit, it's this week. But with that being said, his lineup is still crazy. Like this, there's a reason why he's 11-1 in the league, and I feel like he'll probably win by 3 points. Even though I would love to win, but I just the power of his team. I just think he's just gonna eke it out.
This stat line is going to blow your fucking mind, Thomas.
Blow it.
I have the 6-6 Bulldogs versus the 4-6 Slap 'em to Sleep. Is Slap 'em listed as done?
Yes.
Okay, so listen to this stat line here, and I had no idea. Slap 'em leads this series 7-0.
Wow.
The Bulldogs have never beat Slap 'em to Sleep. That's something not to be proud of.
Hey, if your dog pisses on the carpet, you might have to slap it to sleep.
And you're right about that. The Hot Stars really need Slap 'em to Sleep to win this game. I'm going to take him to continue that streak and go 8-0, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat a team like that. But he wins this only by 1.1.
Okay.
Ooh.
The last matchup here, I've been conflicted, and we have the 7-5 Buffalo Tots versus the 4-8 Child's Play. And current projections are 91 for the Tots, 93 for Child's Play. The overall series, I know it's not accurate all the way because I don't remember the exact year when Child's Play came in, but it's listed as 8-6-2. The Tots have won 5 in a row. That's a long streak in this league to play a team. Child's Play has some of the best matchups you could ask for this week. And earlier, when I was writing the projections down, I wrote it down, how I was looking at it. I put down Child's Play by 27.
Ooh, boy.
And then I sat there while we were doing the show, and I'm thinking about it, and I say, you know what? If I'm going to go out on this one with a loss, I'm going to go out my way. So I'm picking the Buffalo Tots to take this one by 5.
That is 2 weeks in a row you have picked the Buffalo Tots.
Again, if I'm going out, I'm going out. I'm going out my way. But Al's got a lot of good matchups. I think he's got it.
Well, I'll say he has like the best matchups. Like this is, especially if you're going to the playoffs, this would be perfect.
Yeah. Eckler against the Patriots.
Yeah, all Buffalo Tots matchups were tough. Like they're good teams or they're division games, so you never know. It's like flipping a coin. And the C.J. Stroud, is he going to take the S off his chest?
All right.
Like, he's been Superman for the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
But I think Child's Play will get the win by 15.
Ooh.
And I will say that tonight is going to go a long way in this matchup this week because if DK Metcalf can come out of his slump and get 100 yards or at least 60 in a touch, Tots, that's when you know the Tots still got a little bit of magic left in the tank. If DK does nothing against Dallas tonight, it's definitely leading towards that 27 or higher win for Child's Play.
It's a very tough matchup for DK.
Dallas defense is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like, and they got guys that wasn't playing that jump routes.
Doomsday.
Yeah.
I was hurt Thanksgiving Day, so.
All right, Slam Bammers has come off his 8-game losing streak, which probably means
He's going to win.
he's going to win.
Hey, let's do it. I got something on that. I was thinking about that. That dude could start the season 3-0, lose the next 8, and finish 3-0.
You're right.
It sucks, but it's kind of badass.
Yeah, it is. That's a good one.
Let's do it.
All right, so my final matchup of the week is the 4-8 Slam Bammers versus the 7-5 Hawk Stars. Slam Bammers leads this series 3-2. Slam Bammers wins this game by 10.
All right, fellas. So down to the playoff matchup. Some of it has changed from last week. Some of it is the same. So we got a flip here. Right now, the Tots have moved into the 4th seed, and they're projected to play Funny Guy, the number 1 seed, week 1.
Oh, big rivalry.
Fear the Turtle has flipped from the 2 seed to the 3rd, and Bunkin has flipped from the 3rd to the 2nd. Red Zone, again, as we've been talking about, they are right there in the thick of it. They could go anywhere from 3rd to 4th. Win, and you're in. That's just the way it's going to work for all 3 of those teams. And that's it for the NFC side. Nobody else is in other than those 5 teams. Everybody else is eliminated.
Can you say the teams that were eliminated officially?
Thug Nasty's eliminated. Refuse to Lose is eliminated. And Child's Play is eliminated.
So you guys are still playing.